Hey everyone, Valiant Blaze here with Sole Purpose Gaming. Just wanted to bring you part 2 of Does Destiny Actually Suck? And I left you off last episode with people saying that Destiny sucked because they were comparing it to the Halo series, and that the story was non-existent in Destiny, and the Halo series had great storylines. And a lot of people said that it wasn't as good because of that, and also the multiplayer wasn't balanced, which I already went over. You don't have to have the same equipment to be balanced. You just have to have something that can counter it, which this game does have it. And again, I've been really low on the levels as far as I feel like a lot of people are a lot higher level than me, and I have no problem with Crucible. I've played tons and tons of Crucible, and I've only gone negative twice. All right, I have a better KD than I don't even know what the exact percentage is, but as far as my friends go, I have a better KD than probably about 90% of my friends. Um, and I'm a lower level, so as far as that not being balanced, maybe I'm just an amazing player. I don't know, but I doubt it. I've been outplayed by other guys, and it's never felt like that. Like they just have better equipment. Maybe the Iron Banner, yeah, that's gonna be unbalanced. I'll admit that the Iron Banner is gonna be freaking crazy because your defense and your attack and all that actually like matters. But right now, no. So moving on, I was gonna talk about some of the reviewers. They were uh, they were giving it really low levels. I was saying, and low scores. And if you look at Call of Duty gets about an 8 out of 10, sometimes a 9 out of 10 if people, or if it's IGN, it gets a 10 out of 10. Believe the hype, but whatever. I think you guys know what I'm talking about there. Uh, but if you sit here and look at Call of Duty basically is a 6 hour campaign that almost nobody plays. All right, almost nobody plays that campaign. All right, if you say you do, you're a liar. Okay, nobody. If you do play it, you don't finish it. Okay, no, almost nobody does. And you have a so and so Twitch multiplayer shooter, and that's what it gets. All right. Now, to me, Destiny has so much more than that, and it has a great multiplayer. And so I can't fathom why it's getting a 5 out of 10 and ridiculousness like that. Um, and if you look at the Halo series, all right, which is the competition for Bungie, a lot of people feel is the old Halo, 343. Um, if you look at Halo 4 compared to this, yes, Halo 4 had a fantastic story and it's way superior story. I mean, night and day different story right here. Okay, but the multiplayer was just as compelling as it is in this. So to me, it's just as good as any other game. As long as you back out of the hype. Forget about what you were told about this game. Drop your expectations. Not so much drop your expectations, but just take the game for what it is. Forget about Bungie made it and just like think, hey, there's a brand new IP. There's the first one in the series. And I think a lot of you guys will realize that, hey, this game is actually freaking fantastic. Brand new IP. This freaking amazing. It's amazing. I mean, I really don't understand how some people can sit here and say this game's trash. Like, I don't know, it's mind-boggling. But a lot of people say that. I just want to go ahead and bring this up. Might as well bring it up right now. Is that it's boring, super boring. Why? Because of the grind. Now, some people like the grind. Those are people that play dungeon crawlers, which I guess this game kind of resembles a dungeon crawler a bit. You do go back and you replay things over and over again. And as far as replaying the same missions over and over again, I guess it is repetitive in that sense, but it doesn't feel repetitive. Just because, like, if you look at right now, this combat with the AI, I mean, it's amazing. The AI is fantastic in this game, and they keep it coming, and they keep it different every single time you encounter them. So it doesn't feel repetitive. It doesn't feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again, especially when you're friends. And you have a brand new experience every time, and you're sitting there strategizing over and over again because you're playing super, super difficult enemies where you have to actually use strategy. I've never seen anybody in a Call of Duty game use strategy when it comes to, playing with your friends. So I really, really like this about this game, is that you're actually able to use teamwork. You can tell one of your buddies, throw up this the freaking the Titan shield. I can't remember what it's called, something of Dawn. And then the other guy, busts it out, and he'll drop a Nova bomb. There's a lot of different things that you can do inside this game, and I really really like that about it. It's very MMO-ish in that sense, as far as the multiplayer and the co-op. If you look at Diablo, another a game I really really enjoy. Um, Diablo is nothing but repetition, and same goes for most dungeon crawlers, if not all dungeon crawlers. And they're super successful, especially Diablo, because they keep it fun. You can keep doing the same thing, but have little objectives, little things that change, and the enemies change side of the map, which is exactly what Destiny does. They change the enemies, tougher guys. Maybe the lightning damage is more powerful. So like enemies with lightning attacks, whatever, more powerful. But you're also more powerful when you're using lightning damage yourself. So you can actually use it against the enemy. Like that right there keeps it interesting. And on top of that, like I was saying, it's complex AI. You know, constantly trying to flank you, constantly trying to get the upper hand, trying to get higher ground on you. They're developing a strategy against you, against the way you play, depending how you react. You know, like for example, I popped up right there. He jumps over to the other side. Sometimes they'll jump over and they'll try to hide behind something. Especially when the shields go down, they'll try going away. I mean, it's fantastic the way it all works, and it's really reminiscent of the old Halo series, especially I really, really, really liked. I remember Halo 3 really blew my mind with the AI. Anyways, so as far as the repetition goes, not everybody's gonna want to do the same thing over and over again. I understand that, but the game doesn't suck just because you do it. If that case, whatever, then Diablo sucks too. Or any other type of dungeon crawler or any type of game that has you go back and do the same thing over and over again. You know, um, Fantasy Star Online did the same thing. Not everybody liked that game, but it did have a big, I think, a decent following, especially in Asia. But that's the way those type of games are designed. They're designed to be that way, and I feel like Destiny was designed to be that way as well. And they're going for the whole dungeon crawler, feel to it. I think, especially the loot drive, which is fantastic, by the way. That's one of the things I really like about this game is the loot drive. Like it really, really, really makes me want to keep going to see if I can grab the next, piece of loot that's make me more dangerous, more powerful. They do a really, really good job with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring this video over to a closing. And when people say that this game Destiny sucks, I don't think they realize that this game is a work in progress. I don't know if any of you play what's his game, Warframe. Big fan of Warframe. I really enjoy that too. Um, if you play Warframe, then you know that there are new updates coming out like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. I mean, there's new weapons and levels and bosses and you know players. I mean, there's all kinds of new things whatever that pop up. If you look at Warframe when it first released, and you look at it today, it is a completely different game. It has evolved so much. Like, I mean, it's so different. Such a different game. And I believe that Destiny is going to be like that. They're always saying that the world's going to evolve and change, and I believe that's going to happen here. You know, um, why I believe this? You might be asking, oh, well, you know what? You're just a fanboy, or whatever. Destiny, and that's why you're believing that. You're just going to believe anything. Try to keep your precious game alive. Well, the reason I believe this, all right, if you look up right now the Wikipedia, go ahead right after this video, look it up. You look up all locations on Earth in Destiny. Go ahead, I dare you. Go ahead and look it up right after this video. All right, you're gonna see old Chicago, and I don't know about you guys, but I haven't been to old Chicago. All right, and I would imagine that old Chicago is about the same size, you know, of old Russia. All right, you're gonna see King's, I can't remember what it's called, King something. All right, I mean, you're gonna see a list of locations just on Earth alone that you have not been to. All right, and that's for Destiny. All right, so I'm believing that's Destiny 1, especially since like it was over a year ago that they were talking about these locations. So I'm pretty sure they're not, gonna hold back for another 3 years when Destiny 2 comes out. This is all gonna be Destiny 1 content right here. So, when people say that, oh yeah, this game's not as big as I thought it was gonna be, maybe it's not as big as you thought it was gonna be, because like, some people were pretty ridiculous, believing that the game would be like the size of the actual planets, themselves, which is retarded. But some people believe that. So in that case, if you're like delusional like that, then I guess it won't ever be as big as you wanted it to be. But for people that live in the realm of reality, um, this game is going to be ginormous, and it's getting bigger, and it's going to get bigger, 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 and better. All right, as it goes on, I truly believe that. And I believe that's what Bungie envisioned when they created this game. They were constantly saying that they were going to make an engine, so they keep adding to it. Right? And you can go back to the weekly updates, and you see them talking about that. They're gonna add more and more to this game, more content. And like if you look at a lot of MMOs, a lot of you probably don't play MMOs, but if you did, um, you know that they all start off with so and so content. It's huge world and so and so content that can fill it. You know, this game's gonna end up filling all that content. All right, eventually, it's gonna get filled with stuff to do. So I don't know. I'm really enjoying the game. Like I said before, a lot of people are really enjoying it. Even people crapping all over it, they're really enjoying the game. A lot of people's arguments about the game are legit. Some of them aren't. Like the story was terrible. I'll admit that. Um, you know, but other than the story, that's really the only big beef I had with the game. I'm really enjoying it. Really am. And I just hope that everybody just kind of gives it a chance and kind of gives it a chance to grow, especially with when that new DLC drops. I think we're really going to see a lot more things open up. Because if you look around right now, look around the tower, look around on the maps, you'll see you'll see ships like laying in the ground in old Russia where the door sits there, and it looks like the door would open up, but it hasn't yet. You'll see a huge, gigantic door in the tower that's sitting there, but not opened up. You still have all the other factions, Seven Seraphs, and I can't remember the other ones, but I remember the Seven Seraphs because that's the one I wanted to align myself with. And you know, you'll see all these different things that are blocked off, that we can't go to yet. And I believe that when we can go to it, that it's really going to open up the game for a lot more than what we're seeing right now. Anyways, this is Valiant Blaze. I hope you enjoyed the videos, and hopefully it opened up your perspective a little bit about what the game actually is, and maybe you can honestly you know see past the hype and see past the hate, and just take the game for what it actually is. Just look at it, sit there and examine it, and compare it to other realistic games. Forget about your hype and your fantasies and stuff. Just look at what the game actually is. The game is a fantastic game, right? And you know, once you learn how to play this thing, and by the way, I will be making a video about the multiplayer and how to actually play it, because there's a certain way you're supposed to play this game. It doesn't play like Halo. It doesn't play like Call of Duty. Even though it looks like it, it does not play like it. Anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see some more daily news and maybe some little reviews like this I'll throw up every now and then. And, I really appreciate you guys watching these videos. And go ahead and share in the comments if you have any concerns or anything like that. Or, if you want to go ahead and address something, or you think I was wrong about something, go ahead and let me know, and we'll talk about it. Alright, maybe I was wrong about something. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you guys later.